So let me tell you all about how these bugs got bikes and rode around. Hello and welcome, my rider kicking leaves. It's been a while since I wrapped up my Rating Rangers rope series, and I always planned to do this for Kamen Rider and Precure as well, so here we are now with Ranking Riders Rex. I hope you will enjoy this too. So let's start right away with the first rider. On April 3rd, 1971, long before I was born, the first episode of the Kamen Rider series has aired. Created by Ishinomori Shotaro, who is also the creator of Super Sentai and Cyborg 009, as well as some other heroes you might know, just to name a few. Hongo Takeshi became the first Kamen Rider ever. Then succeeded by Ichimonji Hayato, who became Kamen Rider 2. Both of them look really similar, so I'm talking about these two basically as one. Of course, since this show is actually 50 years old, the design is a bit basic. But I won't hold it against him. I really like the addition of the red scarf that nicely goes against the green of his breastplate. The design might be simplistic, but it does work and doesn't look too bad. It's a good basic for everything that comes after him. The helmet is just iconic, and that was by design. At least I believe it was. You can immediately recognize this as a Kamen Rider. Kazami Shiro took over the role in 1973's Kamen Rider V3. This look almost works. Almost. While I find it to be bad looking, with just a few things changed, it would actually look good. The scarf was a nightshade against the green, and they tried to mimic that here. But the scarf was a separate piece of cloth, and that's why it worked. Including this red into the costume itself is just offsetting. This could be fixed by giving him a darker shade of red. The helmet looks like it was punched in, so giving that a bit sharper edges to fix that would be good. The white gloves work, as well as the red bands on his arms. Really close to good, but ultimately failing. We also have to talk about Rider Man. Honestly, the overall outfit looks really good. The combination of colors, the V-shapes on his helmet, and the chest. But those sideways six-packs? No, that looks stupid. Also, his helmet being half open is not good. Again, close, but not quite there. Now we reach 1974 and Kamen Rider X. This does look like a natural progression. The helmet reminds you of the original, but a bit spiced up, with a V sign between the eyes. The breastplate is a bit massive, but I put that on the age rather than design. It wasn't that easy to create something more slick like that back then, I believe. Not a fan of his color though. Sure, not every rider has to be green. Make them colorful. Also, I wouldn't mind gray necessarily, but for him, I think white would have worked better. Still, he's nice to look at. In the same year, we also had Kamen Rider Amazon. You cannot order anything off of him. Now, this one looks good overall. I like the kind of psychedelic pattern of red stripes on his green, but the helmet is a bit massive. I know, it's because of his motive, but still, a bit slicker would look a lot nicer. The yellow breastplate works really good on him, So, overall, a nice looking rider. In 1975, we won't be weaker, we will be Kamen Rider stronger. Let's start with the things I like. The belt. That's a really cool design. Now, to the stuff I don't like. Everything else. The rest of him just looks goofy. And while Kamen Rider definitely have goofy bits to them, it is still a superhero show, so you don't want a goofy looking main character, right? Especially his shoulder armor is so comically huge. Not for me, this one. He also has the first female rider to his side. Kinda. Electro Wave Human Tackle. Yeah, the naming sense back then was strange. Again, the face being seeable is not for me, but the rest does work. I always say they should make a season with a female main character. And, well, the Ladybug would be perfect for that. You could even call her Kamen Rider Lady. So, yeah, this one gets a pass. Flying high in 1979, Kamen Rider Sky Rider. Well, this one looks a lot like the original, but in a worse way. His teeth look like snot coming out of his nose, and the rest is just boring to look at. Well, the breastplate looks nice at least. But for someone called Sky Rider, I imagine something more floaty. The 80s are dawning on us, and with them, Kamen Rider Super War. I like this one. The metallic look feels super, like the name implies, and the helmet is okay too. Albeit a tad too simple. The V-shapes on his gloves are a really nice touch, but what are those strange flaps on them? Those look stupid. The breastplate looks really nice again. They are kinda getting the hang of it by now. However, the designs of these old shows just didn't know what to do with legs. With quite a leap in time, we are now in the year 1987 and meet Kamen Rider Black. He and Kamen Rider Black RX, which aired the year after, look mostly the same, so I will bundle them up. They do have a solid design, but it is also very simple. And it reminds me of the original a lot. I like Black more than RX, since RX is even more simple. However, color-wise, I prefer the green. And that is already all I can say about them, really. With this, we covered all the Showa era riders. So, this is a good stopping point. Next time, we will go into the Heisei era. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments below which of these riders is your favorite. Also, Rider Kick the subscribe button and Rider Jump onto like and the little bell. And while you are down there, check out the description with links to my Twitter, Instagram and Twitch, where I live stream every Friday, Saturday and Sunday at 6 PM European time. Until next time, bye-bye.